Hi, my name's Mark Andretta, and I'm here today to introduce you to Siltshield, an extruded sediment filter fence. If you use silt fence on a regular basis, this is a product that you need to look at. Siltshield, as I said, is an extruded sediment filter fence. It's more durable, reusable, and lasts longer than regular silt fence. What we're going to do today is show you how to install it, how to maintain it, and how to repair it. All you need to install Siltshield is a wheel trencher of some type. What we've got here is a pull behind. This is great for small jobs. They also sell wheel trencher attachments that would hook up to a dingo or a bobcat or other products like that. Because Siltshield is reusable, we like to use fiberglass stakes. You can use wooden stakes if you like, but again, in keeping with the theme of Siltshield, when you're done with it, you can pull it out of the ground, you can pull the stakes out and reuse them again. So, shovel, trencher, stakes, hammer, Siltshield, that's all you really need. And we'll show you how to install it, repair it, and maintain it next. Now we're going to install the Siltshield first by digging a 6-inch trench with the wheel trencher. We're going to go about 15-20 feet to show you a good example of how it goes in.
The HDT trencher digs up to 250 deep and 60 to 95 mil wide. It can trench 3 times faster than a conventional chain trencher. And with tungsten carbide cutting teeth, it will cut through the toughest of conditions.
So what we've got here is a 6-inch trench. The reason we like a 6-inch trench is that it eliminates undermining because there's less soil that's been disturbed. The other reason it's only 6 inches deep, if you notice on the Siltshield itself, it gets buried to this first row of holes, which is exactly 6 inches. Being self-supporting, that's all we need, is just 6 inches so the Siltshield can stand up on its own. What we'll do now is we'll unreel the Siltshield roll to length, cut it, and install it. When installing Siltshield, it's important to note that the larger holes go on the upstream side. So what you want is the flow to hit the larger holes and the smaller holes facing downstream. Next, we just simply put the Siltshield into the trench that we dug. To splice Siltshield, it's pretty straightforward. Cut it to length, make sure it fits, and then Siltshield is actually manufactured through a process of heat lamination. So to put it together on a splice for repair, we simply heat it back together using a simple plumber's torch. What we do now is simply heat up the Siltshield and then press it together. Once heat sealed together, it's as strong as the original product, and you have a watertight seal on here, so it's as good as just any other part of the Siltshield. The next step is to put the stakes in. One of the things to note about Siltshield is it's self-supporting. Once it's backfilled, it'll stand up on its own. The stakes are only used to provide support as the sediment's building up behind it. The spacing of the stakes is dependent on the pitch. So on a very steep pitch, the closest you'll put them together is 5 feet. on a situation like this where it's relatively flat, we're going to put the spacing at about 10 feet. When you put the stakes in, it's important to kind of pinch the silt shield up against the back of the trench, because that'll provide a good, stable support for it and will help reduce undermining. On the end like this, we like to use 2 stakes to kind of hold it up. Now I'm putting in the second stake 10 feet over and against the back of the trench. And we'll continue on down, putting stakes every 10 feet, and then we'll backfill. Backfilling's pretty fast and simple. Just take the spoils and fill them into the trench. A couple things that are important to note: that the silt shield is buried to the first row of holes. The other one is compaction. You want to compact it on the front and on the back. You want to make sure that it's standing vertical when you're done. Compacting is really important so that the product performs properly, just like you would with regular silt fence. If it's not compacted properly, it won't work properly. So it's real important that you do that. Simplest way, because we've got a slot trencher and we've got a little bit of spoils, the trench isn't that deep, it's very simple to just do it with your feet. And again, as I said, front, and if you've got a spot where it's leaning, and back. So that when you're done, the silt shield should be standing vertical the whole way, and that way you ensure that the product will work properly. Now what we're going to do is a repair. What we've done here is we've simulated damage to silt shield. So basically what we do is you dig out from in front, just like and we've already done that. Cut a spare piece to fit over the repair. Fit it, make sure it fits well. And just like with a splice, use a torch, heat it up, and press it together for a few seconds. Then you just backfill the repair in, and it's as good as new. Now we're going to go through one of the real advantages of Siltshield, removal. It comes out a lot quicker, and when you're done, you don't have as much disturbed soil afterwards, so that you don't have to worry about regrading. First thing you do, remove the stakes. Then just pull it right out of the ground and roll it up. It's really that simple, and now you're ready to reuse it again. That wraps our video on the installation, maintenance, and repair of Siltshield extruded sediment filter fence. Keep in mind the advantages of Siltshield are it goes in faster and easier than regular silt fence does. It's easier to remove, and because it's not attached to the stakes, it can't and won't fall off. It's self-supporting. If you've got any questions about the maintenance, repair, or purchasing of Siltshield, please contact us on our website, www.siltshield.com.